Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with Ruina. This is a brutal action shooter set in the year of 2091 in the dark and gloomy cyber metropolis. You will play as a wild psychopath and go bananas against a corrupt system to uncover the truth and retrieve your kidnapped brother. Here you will be able to combine cybernetic reflexes, augmented tools, and the arsenal of fallen foes to tear down and dismantle evil corporations, or be dismantled by them 50-50. Game features lightning-fast combat that requires a delicate balance of overwhelming brute force and elegant strikes to overcome all manner of savage opponents. You can blast through crowds or slow down time and calmly select your points of attack before unleashing a storm of violence. People are saying that the game is naturally easy to control and is one of the best examples of the cyberpunk genre. Signalis. The game is set in a dystopian future where humanity has colonized the solar system. Sounds cool, but the totalitarian regime maintains an iron grip through aggressive surveillance and propaganda. Humanoid androids, known as replicas, live amongst the humans, acting as workers, civil servants, and protectors alongside the citizens they are designed to resemble. So that reminds me of Blade Runner, just before the war. The story begins as you awaken from cryostasis in a wrecked vessel. Now stranded on a cold planet, you have to set out on a journey into depths unknown. Keep in mind that this is a horror game, and I don't have jump scares in mind. It will pick your brain psychologically bit by bit. Although on Steam it has an overwhelmingly positive review score left by thousands of people, so it is definitely a hidden gem you should try. Ghostrunner. This is a hardcore slasher packed with lightning-fast action set in a grim cyberpunk megastructure. Here you will climb Dharma Tower, humanity's last shelter after a world-ending cataclysm. You will have to make your way up from the very bottom to the very top to confront the tyrannical Keymaster. The streets of this tower city is full of violence. Evil Keymaster rules with an iron fist and little regard for human life. If you like Shadow Warrior and especially Doom Eternal, there is a juicy chance that you will enjoy Ghostrunner as well. Cyberpunk 2077. Finally, Cyberpunk 2077 has become a great game. Recent reviews on Steam are always above 90%, and the main score climbed to the very positive tier. After many years in mixed and later in mostly positive category, this is an achievement of really hard work and dedication. CD Projekt Red, by releasing an undercooked game, has made probably the biggest mistake of their lives, but they are slowly climbing up, although the stock value of the company is still in ruins. After the flop of the game, CD Projekt Red lost about a third of company's value, and so far nothing has changed despite the amazing comeback of Cyberpunk. And the game itself is a wet dream of anyone who likes single-player RPG games, but it also has some really annoying flaws as well. Despite being set in a GTA-like world, here you cannot fly. That is sad. Anyway, the campaign is more than awesome. 11 cold beers out of 10. Invisible Ink. He'll control the secret agents, and with their help you will infiltrate the world's most dangerous corporations. Stealth, precision, and teamwork are essential in high-stakes, high-profit missions, where every move may cost you your life. You will start with one of the 10 unlockable agents, plus 6 agent variants and 6 starting programs to crack corporate security. Locations, threats, and loot are randomly generated, so each playthrough is different. People on Steam are saying that the game is criminally underplayed, so I'm spreading awareness and letting you know about it. The game is kinda old, but ticks all the boxes if you like the genre in general. Invisible Ink has more than 90% of positive reviews, left by about 5,000 players who bought it. Citizen Sleeper. This is a serious game for serious people, and it has above 90% of positive reviews, meaning that this is a great game no matter how you look at it. Citizen Sleeper is a narrative RPG which takes you on Erlin's Eye, a ruined space station that is home to thousands of people trying to survive on the edges of an interstellar capitalist society. You are a sleeper, a digitized human consciousness in an artificial body, owned by a corporation that wants you back. So literally, someone owns your ass and the rest of you, and amongst the unfamiliar and colorful inhabitants of the Eye, you need to build friendships, earn your keep, and navigate the factions of this strange metropolis if you hope to survive. The game is text-based, with multiple endings, beautiful drawings, and sci-fi cyberpunk atmosphere. It's like a great book where you can actually tell the hero what he must do. Detroit: Become Human. Here decisions will dramatically alter how the game's intense, branching narrative plays out. Your choices really matter, not like in real life. Basically, the whole game is built around your choices. You can't do anything here except to choose what to do in certain situations. Well, also you move around a little and search for clues, but that's kinda it. And every decision you make, no matter how small, affects the outcome of the story. And in this game, no playthrough will be exactly the same. You can replay again and again to discover a totally different conclusion, sometimes absolutely unexpected one. Well, let's be honest, you probably won't do that many times, but it's nice to know that the ending you got is really unique. Also, you can try the free demo version on Steam. Turbo Overkill. The game's motto is half metal, half human, all murder machine. Title is heavily inspired by some of the all-time greats like Doom and Quake and Duke Nukem 3D, with awesome cyberpunk visuals. You will play as Johnny Turbo, augmented with hidden arm rockets and a chainsaw that extends from your lower leg, allowing you to slice enemies wide open. If that sounds amazing, believe me, plays even better. As people say, the game is set in something between Blade Runner and Doom. Your enemy here is rogue AI and its army of augmented minions. And the coolest thing is that you just need money, probably for buying better ingredients for your potato salad. And because of that you take on the impossible job of destroying the greatest AI ever created and take the bounty. Sounds easy. The Red Strings Club. This is an indie cyberpunk narrative game about fate and happiness. Here you'll spend a significant amount of time bartending and impersonating people on the phone to take down a corporate conspiracy. Here one mighty altruistic corporation is on the verge of releasing a system that will eliminate depression, anger and fear from society. However, not everyone is happy about it. You think that all these actions are just mere brainwashing, and if you want to have depression and be angry about it, nobody will take it away from you. So here you will uncover a mysterious corporate program that promises a blissful existence while debating what happiness means and where are the limits of tampering with it. People on Steam are saying that this game makes you think about things. If you are not used to thinking, it may hurt a bit, but you will be alright, I promise. The game also has beautiful retro graphics and engaging characters, although some mechanics are weird and unusual. The game will take about 4 hours out of your boring life. Observer. System Redux. This is a cyberpunk horror game where you will discover a dark world beset by plagues and war. You will take on the role of the new frontline of neural police as you hack into the jagged minds of the insane. So as you hack into the unstable minds of criminals and victims to look for clues, you will relive their darkest fears, forcing you to question your own reality and your own sanity. You know, maybe you are the one who's actually insane. All in all, this is a dark, psychological horror detective game, so be sure you have the mental balls to play it. The game is not for everyone, but if you like creepy sci-fi stories, it's definitely your spoon of potato salad. People on Steam are saying that the game is kinda scary, but really nicely welded together and is an absolutely unique experience. Transistor. It's made by the same company who made the critically acclaimed games like Bastion and Hades, so the graphic style and gameplay may look familiar to many of you. Transistor is a sci-fi themed action RPG that invites you to wield an extraordinary weapon of unknown origin as you fight through the stunning futuristic city. The weapon is obviously very heavy, or maybe you are just weak. Maybe your mama never gave you potato salad when you were little. What a shame. Anyway, Transistor may not be what you expect it to be if you played Hades. It's not a hack and slash game after all. The combat style reminds me, I don't know, Knights of the Old Republic probably, where you schedule the sequence of moves and then unpause the game to watch the unfolding action. So be sure you like that, but in general it has more than 90% of positive reviews and this price is really nice. Stray. This is a cat simulator, but not a usual one, if you know some usual ones, because the game is set in a cyberpunk world and that stirs the pot a bit. The game is a third-person cat adventure set in the detailed neon-lit alleys of a decaying cyber city and the murky environments of its seedy underbelly. You can roam surroundings high and low, defend against unforeseen threats and solve the mysteries of this unwelcoming place inhabited by nothing but unassuming droids, dangerous creatures and things. You know, like evil duct tape. It's your enemy. If in your life a cat ever owned you, you know why. Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. This is a stealth-based game, meaning that you can shoot your way through the enemies or sneak up behind them without being traced, hack systems to retrieve information, or use your social skills to extract information from key characters. There are always choices, multiple approaches, multiple paths, and multiple tools at your disposal. People on Steam are talking that Deus Ex is really enjoyable, although very linear. But in this instance, the linear aspect is a good thing, because despite the fact that the game is guiding you in your path, it doesn't hold your hand or penis, and you are free to approach every situation as you please. And as I've mentioned before, the ways of playing are really numerous, and the only limit is your imagination. That also means that everyone without imagination has no limits at all. Let it sink. Yeah, also I can promise that in Deus Ex you will find many amazing music scores. The game has a really exceptional soundtrack which is creating an amazing atmosphere. Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. This is the definitive version of the game, the third and newest standalone game in Shadowrun CRPG series. Here the members of your team are designed to play contrasting roles during missions, and each of them has a distinct set of skills, abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. And the city itself is a stable and prosperous port in a sea of chaos, warfare, and political turmoil. This extended edition adds a new more than 6-hour-long Shadows of Hong Kong campaign to the game as a free upgrade, delivering on a funding goal achieved by fans in a successful Kickstarter campaign. So basically someone else paid real money so you could play additional content for free. Let the beer gods be merciful upon those great people. Deadlink. This is a cyberpunk first-person shooter with roguelite elements. You are an elite operative recruited for the experimental Deadlink project. So here you'll pilot an autonomous combat shell and fight your way through cramped slums, twisted labs, and grimy warehouses to topple the most powerful corporations. You'll find a deadly and diverse arsenal of weapons, upgrade your skills and tech, devastate destructible environments, and bankrupt the evil corporations by killing all their employees, I guess. Yeah, you can't make millions of dirty money if everyone who works for you is dead. The logic is unbeatable, unlike your enemies. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that you will play this game just because of the story, the plot and love-hate relations between simple folk and the evil rich. That small part of never-ending carnage is just a nice addition, not important. The Ascent. This is a solo and co-op action RPG set in a distant cyberpunk world. You will be exploring a corporate-run metropolis stretching high into the sky and filled with creatures from all over the galaxy. If you like Star Wars, Firefly, or Cyberpunk 2077, it's a perfect setting for your adventures. You play as a worker enslaved by the company that owns your ass and everyone else in your district as well. They are the ultimate assholders. But one day you are suddenly caught in a vortex of catastrophic events, so you must take up arms and embark on a new mission to find out what started it all. People on Steam are saying that the game is really beautiful and fun, but kinda riddled with bugs. Although not everyone experiences these problems, the game has a bit less than 80% of positive reviews. For some, it is even the best game they have ever played. I think that is an overstretch, a real overstretch, but kinda encouraging as well.
Gamedec.
This is a single-player, non-combat cyberpunk RPG. You are a game detective who solves crimes inside virtual worlds by using your wits to gather information from your witnesses and suspects. Also get to the bottom of deceptive schemes, save lives, and investigate the relationships between virtual worlds and their inhabitants. The game continually adapts to your choices and never judges, just like your dog does. Also, it sounds a bit like Disco Elysium, and that's a great thing. Although keep in mind that here you will not find any battles and no fighting is available. Pick it up only if you like to read and carefully analyze sentences in dialogues. System Shock. This is the full remake of the famous original System Shock from 1994, combining the old gameplay with all new HD visuals, updated controls, overhauled interface, and all new sounds and music. It even has the original voice actor of Shodan, the psychotic AI who has taken control of the Citadel station and turned the crew into an army of cyborgs and mutants. She now plans to do the same to Earth, so you must explore and battle your way through the depths of a space station gone to hell, stop AI, and avert humanity's destruction. The best thing for me, a man who never played the original System Shock of 1994, was a shocking experience, pun intended, when I realized that this is not a linear shooter. You can actually decide where to go first, what areas to explore, and you will also have to make a mental map of the space station in your head, because it is huge and it's easy to get lost. Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. The year is 2029. Mechanically augmented humans have now been deemed outcasts, living a life of complete and total segregation from the rest of society. So you, being one of those banished humans, you are forced to operate in a world that has grown to despise your kind. Armed with a new arsenal of state-of-the-art weapons and augmentations, you must choose the right approach, along with who to trust in order to unravel the vast worldwide conspiracy. And you know what this conspiracy is? Someone decided not only to put pineapple in the potato salad, but to replace potatoes themselves with it.
Blasphemy!
Yeah, of course I'm kidding. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is not a horror game. You will not experience such horrendous actions here. People on Steam are saying that this is a nice game with a nice story and extremely satisfying combat, but won't work if your internet is down. Yeah, it's one of those single-player games that need the internet to work. Not cool. The Surge 2. On the way to Jericho City, your plane is shut down by a mysterious storm and crash lands in the outskirts. You wake up weeks later in a derelict detention facility inside the city. Armor-clad soldiers enforce martial law. Robots are on a rampage and a dark, expanding nanostorm looms over the cityscape. So long story short, everything here wants you dead. But you are not some lame puny peasant, you have your mechanical sword and can beat enemies with it and take their parts and make yourself better in the process. Imagine if you hand wrestle with a coworker you hate, then you win and take his eyes as a prize. Well, that took a dark turn rather quickly, right? Cloudpunk. Here you will play as a person named Rania. This is your first night working for Cloudpunk, a semi-legal delivery company based in the sprawling city of Nivalis. You go everywhere, from the marrow below to the spires that pierce the grey clouds high above. No delivery job is too dangerous and no one is faster than a Cloudpunk driver. You never ask what's in the package you are delivering, but, you know, one day everything went south and suddenly you will have to unravel mysteries in a world of corporate conspiracy, hackers and rogue AI. Great original game. Ghostrunner 2. In the second part of this legendary game, you will adventure through a post-apocalyptic cyberpunk future. It takes place after the fall of the Keymaster, a tyrant who ruled over Dharma Tower, which is the last refuge of mankind. Now you have to take on the violent AI cult that has assembled outside the tower and shape the future of humanity. Their only demand is that humanity should put pineapple in every bowl of potato salad.
Blasphemy!
An absolute heresy, so you should eradicate this cult once and for all. So here you'll find new katana combat mechanics, a deeper exploration of the world beyond Dharma Tower, non-linear levels with complex motorbike sections, new modes and all the action you loved about the first part of the game. Plus, boss fights are more interactive, giving you freedom to choose how to survive battles against the toughest opponents. The review score is very positive and everyone is praising great voice acting, intriguing story and saying that if you like the first part, there is no way that you won't like the second as well. Remember Me. This is an action-adventure where you will take on a role of a former elite memory hunter with the ability to break into people's minds and steal or even alter their memories. What is more cyberpunk than that, huh? So the authorities, fearful of your knowledge and capabilities, arrested you and wiped your memory clean. After the escape from prison, you set out on a mission to recover your identity. This search for the past will lead you to being hunted by the very people that created this surveillance society. The action is set in a Paris of the future, so get ready for a very cool environment. People are saying that the game has an interesting story and even if it's a bit older, graphics are still kinda decent. Shadowrun Dragonfall, Director's Cut. The theme back then was quite rare when the game was made, so this title is a real treat for you if you're looking for something original. And it's not extremely old. Released in 2014, it still has that new game feeling. The story begins when magic returns to the world, awakening powerful creatures of myth and legend. And among them was the Great Dragon, with a German name I won't be even trying to say this time.
Führerschweine.
Yeah, I don't think it's right, but it's something similar. So this dragon, who emerged without warning from the mountains of, yes, you guessed it right, mountains of Germany, is trying to dominate your world, and that sucks. So people fought the dragon, they won, and now, as most cyberpunk games go, we're dealing with a dystopian situation. About 90% of reviews are positive, so if you like the genre, it's a must-play. SOMA. Here you will explore an abandoned underwater facility in the bottom of the ocean. You don't know what happened here, where everybody is, and what is your purpose. Although soon enough you will find out that you are not alone here. You will walk through creepy corridors, experience weird paranormal events, and all the time feel the hundreds of meters of water above you. And not everybody you'll meet on this journey will be willing to give you a direction or two. Most of the inhabitants will be willing to make a potato salad out of you instead, so be careful. If you played any Amnesia game, be aware that SOMA's gameplay is basically the same, just set in absolutely different place. SOMA has a great story, cool ending, and is a masterpiece in general. Tales of Neon Sea. This is a retro-style pixel-art adventure set in a cyberpunk cityscape where you will encounter numerous items to investigate, curious Easter eggs, and a whole cast of interactive NPCs. You must analyze every detail and discover the truth that lurks behind the heavy mist. You take on the role of a veteran cop turned hard-boiled detective and investigate crime in a future cyberpunk world where the magnificent Sky City blocks the sun, but the neon lights never go out. People on Steam are saying that this is a nice, relaxing game of gathering clues, filled with cute characters and pets, great visuals, and nice music with the heavy Blade Runner influence. Some puzzles are kinda tricky and will demand a lot of your brain power. Be sure you have it before playing. Also, don't forget that every month on Humble Bundle you can get 8 Steam games for just €10. Games are different every month, so don't hesitate, click on my affiliate link in the description and in the first pinned comment below and check what offer is available right now. Probably something great, I have no doubt. And now, thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Also, subscribe. Just do it.